For over 2,000 years, dynasties rose and ruled an empire that shaped the world. But from the Han to the Ming, none lasted forever. By the early 20th century, even the mighty Qing dynasty was collapsing, and with it, imperial China. Today, we journey through intrigue, rebellion, and catastrophic change to ask, how did China's ancient empire finally collapse? The Han dynasty forged an empire of unity and innovation. But beneath the surface, unrest simmered. The Yellow Turban Rebellion erupted. Peasants, driven by famine and corruption, rose up and plunged the realm into chaos. Imperial armies clashed with desperate rebels, and the dynasty's grip began to slip. The Tang dynasty's golden age dazzled with art and poetry, but power struggles brewed in the shadows. The Anlushan rebellion shattered the capital. Armies marched, cities burned, and millions perished. Court intrigue and betrayal haunted the imperial halls, leaving the dynasty forever scarred. The Song dynasty brought invention and prosperity, yet was plagued by internal strife. Factional disputes and court corruption weakened the state, while peasant uprisings and military defeats exposed the empire's fragility. The brilliance of Song faded under the weight of endless conflict. The Ming dynasty built walls and palaces, but inside the court was a nest of intrigue. Eunuchs and officials vied for power while peasant revolts and famine swept the land. The empire's grandeur masked a growing storm, one that would soon bring the dynasty to its knees. Across centuries, dynasties soared and fell, brought low not just by outside threats, but by rebellion, corruption, and the chaos within. The seeds of decline were sown deep in the heart of the empire. The Qing dynasty was shaken to its core by waves of internal revolt. But to understand the empire's fragility, we must look deeper, at the values that once held it together. For centuries, Confucian ideals of hierarchy, loyalty, and ritual shaped every level of government. Scholar officials, guided by ancient texts, maintained order and legitimacy. Temples and ceremonies reinforced a strict social hierarchy, binding emperor and subject in a web of duty. Yet as corruption spread and rulers manipulated Confucian values for their own gain, trust in the system eroded. The moral fabric frayed, rebellion and chaos filled the void where order once reigned. The Taiping Rebellion alone, one of history's deadliest conflicts, swept across China, leaving cities in ruins and millions dead. Beginning in 1850, the Taiping Rebellion was fueled by religious fervor, social inequality, and fierce anti-Qing sentiment. Over 14 years, it claimed an estimated 20 to 30 million lives, one of the deadliest wars in human history. Peasant armies, driven by desperation and hope, seized vast territories. They massacred officials, toppled local governments, and declared a rival heavenly kingdom in open defiance of the emperor. The violence did not end there. The Boxer Rebellion and countless smaller uprisings erupted, plunging the empire into chaos. Tens of millions perished, and the emperor's authority was shattered. By the dawn of the 20th century, the Qing dynasty was battered and broken, its people traumatized, its rulers powerless, and its future uncertain. The 19th century brought foreign powers to China's shores. The Opium Wars erupted as British gunboats forced open Chinese ports, shattering centuries of isolation. Defeat after defeat forced China to sign humiliating treaties, ceding Hong Kong, granting foreign enclaves, and losing control of its own trade. The blows kept coming. In the late 1800s, the Sino-Japanese War erupted. Japan's modern army crushed Qing forces, and China lost Taiwan and influence in Korea. The so-called Century of Humiliation was not just a phrase, it was a lived reality. Foreign soldiers marched through Chinese cities, spheres of influence carved up the land, and the Qing dynasty's authority crumbled. With every lost war and signed treaty, the Qing dynasty's grip weakened. The empire, once mighty, was now fractured and vulnerable to the world. Enlightened figures tried reform from within, constitutional monarchies, modernization of the military, but it came too late. In 1911, Sun Yat-sen's revolution toppled the Qing. The last emperor abdicated and the Republic of China was born, but chaos followed. Ancient imperial authority disintegrated, not just politically, but culturally. Confucian order, Centuries-old rituals and dynastic continuity vanished in a flash. What remained was fragmented, desperate, and searching for direction. After decades of war, in 1949, the People's Republic of China rose, undeniably modern, fiercely centralized. The empire was gone. In its place, a radically new China with echoes of its dynastic past, but an entirely different story. So how did a 2,000-year empire collapse? Not in a single moment, but through corruption, rebellion, foreign indignity, and failed reform. Yet from that collapse rose something new, powerful, and still profoundly Chinese. What do you think was the empire's final undoing? Let the comments begin. Drop your take below. Was it the Taiping Rebellion, foreign invasion, imperial corruption, or all of it combined? Subscribe for more epic history delivered fast and dramatic.